Have you ever looked up at the night sky and seen the countless stars in the middle of the night? I'll never forget a conversation I had with my oldest daughter. She's 7 years old, and she was enamored one night by all of the stars in the sky. I was pretty busy trying to get everybody ready for bed, and she got my attention and said, "Dad, come look at the stars." So I took the time and went over next to her and looked up. And I think for the first time ever on this crystal clear night, I was able to see what I thought to be the spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. I was blown away by that moment. And from that moment, I began to think about, and the Lord started dealing with me about this incredible story in the Old Testament, in Genesis chapter 15, when God told Abram to look up and try to count the stars. It's an amazing place in Scripture, very encouraging for us as believers. But this place in Scripture brings about a verse in Genesis 15 that scholars believe is the most important verse in the entire Old Testament. It's for the first time that Abram believed God, and Scripture says that God accounted it to Abram for righteousness. It's an amazing place in Scripture. It's from Genesis 15 that I wrote Count the Stars. Allow God to fill your life with wonder. Inside Count the Stars, you'll be confronted with the life of Abram and his unlikely journey to be used by God. Abram comes from a surprising place, and it is encouraging to me to learn and to hear stories like Abram and countless others in Scripture, because it gives me a lot of hope that despite all of the mistakes and problems and failures that I have, that God still desires to use me, and He desires to use you. But throughout Count the Stars, you also are encountered with other people from the story of Abram. And through this book, I hope that you will be incredibly encouraged to take a moment and to be filled with the wonder of God. That God desires to use you, to move through you, to allow you to be His hands and feet, and so that others can come to know Him in a personal and intimate relationship. Count the Stars comes out in June. June the 1st starts the pre-sale. And you can go to my website, MatthewRyanTurner.com, to get your copy, as well as the other resources there that you can avail yourself to. I pray that the Lord fills you with wonder, and you take a moment and look up at the stars and try to count them. God bless you.